I apologize. Peter Ducey has more now. What's coming out of that room behind him there, where we have at least one guilty count. Peter, what can you tell us?
Neil, the jury came and said that they had verdicts on 8 of the 18 charges, and on count number 1, the jury has reached a unanimous decision that Paul Manafort is guilty of filing fake tax returns. I'm getting handed a sheet that has the word guilty on it 5 times. We got count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dealing with filing fake tax returns in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2014. And Paul Manafort has been found guilty by the jury on all 5 of those counts. It sounds like outside the court, there's just one person cheering. I couldn't tell what it was. So 5 of 8 so far are guilty for the Manafort team, and we expect to have the next few charges any minute. We also expect to find out what's going to happen, what the judge wants to do with these 10 charges that the jurors say they could not reach a unanimous decision on during their 4 days of deliberation. Neil?
All right, Peter, thank you very much. And again, just to sort this out, we are talking about Paul Manafort. This is in Alexandria, Virginia. This is a separate look about the 18 counts that were originally facing him on this wave of prosecution against the former campaign manager for Donald Trump. And again, very, very early on in the process, but at least 5 guilty counts. Separately, the Michael Cohen situation in Manhattan, of course, the president's personal lawyer, who has pled guilty to campaign violations, financial fraud, all of which could land him in the slammer for up to 5 years. So, Robert, you're hearing all of this and more to the Manafort situation. Your thoughts?
On the Manafort situation, we have yet to hear about 3 remaining of the 8 counts, but it looks like 5 guilty verdicts. I'm imagining the other 3 are likely to be guilty as well. Who knows? But
right.
we'll find out. And he was found guilty with regard to the tax charges. There wasn't much of a defense with regard to that. You know, you file your own tax returns, you know what you filed, you sign them. I suspect that the jury probably did have some trouble with some things related to the bank fraud charges.
Yeah, these are weighty financial issues. Peter Ducey, you have
it's a little more complicated.
Absolutely. Or Peter Ducey, you have more for us.
And on those 3 outstanding verdicts, Paul Manafort has been found guilty as well. So on the 8 charges out of 18 that the Manafort jury said that they could come to unanimous verdicts on, they have found Paul Manafort guilty on all of them. The first 5 guilty that we got were all relating to falsely filed tax returns. These 3 have to do with a failure to file a foreign bank account report, bank fraud in getting a $3.5 million loan from Citizens Bank, and bank fraud in getting a $1 million loan from the Bank of California. So we still do not know what the judge wants to do with these 10 charges that the jury could not come to a unanimous verdict on, but they are 8 for 8 in guilty against Paul Manafort, and two of these 3 that just came in carry a maximum prison sentence of 30 years apiece. The first 5 carry maximum prison sentences of 3 years each, so that would be 15. One of them carries 5, so that gets to 20, and then 2 30-year sentences, so we are up to 80 years maximum in prison if my mental math is correct.